What is happening, people? Welcome to episode 1 of the podcast, where I'm just going to sit down here and talk about a shite for a bit for you. Just sitting down after a mad out week. Happy Friday and all that to you if you're on the daily grind like myself. It's good to see Friday. You know, it really is good to see Friday. You get that wee pep in your step, when you're coming out of work and you're on your drive home, and you feel like nothing can upset you. Even if you got a fucking maniac driver sitting in front of you, which we all have those days. I desperately had one today. Some fucking nut job, but sure, we're home now. We're safe. It's the weekend. We can chill out, reset, reflect on the week, and basically just wonder where the fucking time went. It's insane how quick time goes. It seems like, the days are long, but the weeks are quick, if that makes sense. You just lost track of it. They're up in the, more or less the first week in March over already. So it's been a blur. Particularly from last March when this fucking mayhem all kicked off. It just seems to be that as time goes on, I think we're worse off than we were back at the start in certain aspects. No one definitely seen it lasting this long. I know I certainly didn't. But we'll not get too doom and gloom. I say we'll sit down and we'll have a chat today. Just thinking about what to be at, more or less. That's the question I find myself asking, and a lot of people from work and friends and all the rest of it are all saying the same thing. Like, what can you do at the minute? Like, you've got travel restrictions here in Northern Ireland, so you can't travel anywhere. You can't take yourself a drive anywhere. And they're threatening you with fines and stuff like that. So it's back to the old in the house, trying to find something to do. The problem is with that, usually any other time it's fine. I happily sit at home at the weekend and do a bit of gaming or, catch some shows, things like that. But fuck, I don't know about you, but it seems dry at the minute in all aspects of entertainment. Like gaming is just fucking brutal out there. There's nothing to pick up. It seems to be all the games that were slated for release early March have all been delayed. Probably towards the end of the year, which is understandable, don't get me wrong, but at a time like this where everyone's told to stay home and, do the distancing thing, fuck, now would be the time for a whole bunch of new games to come out. It would definitely make it a lot easier for a lot of people. Now I have seen that the Steam early access game Valheim, forgive me if I'm butchering that pronunciation, but I'm not the best with words, but we'll move on. So it's getting quite a lot of traction. I think the latest post I've seen on their Twitter feed was 5 million people so far, which is fucking insane. Like, it seems to be getting quite a bit of hype. I think it's about 15 quid the game, so I think I might have a go at it. The problem with them ones being it's a survival game. From the brief reading I've done on it, like the survival game kind of scares me off. It's good if you've got friends online to play with, but as a solo player, it's any ones up until now I've tried just seem to. It's just not fun. It's too grindy, and it's you don't know what's going on. And to be fair, I probably could and should give it a bit more time, and that would make it a wee bit more interesting, and I might get involved in it. But from what I've read about this Valheim online, a lot of people are raving about it. It's not quite as harsh on the survival aspects of it, which is that's a good sign. It seems promising, so I might jump in and give it a go for 15 quid. There's worse ways to waste your money. If it doesn't work out, it's for nothing really, isn't it? So I definitely might give it a go. And if I do pick it up, I'll maybe do a wee first impressions for you, and maybe check back in and we'll do a wee bit of discussing about it. If any of you listening to this or have played it or in the middle of playing it, drop a comment or hit me up and let me know how it is, and if you recommend it, let everyone else know down in the comments, because that would be excellent to get a wee bit of feedback on it, and maybe just push me over the edge to make the plunge, make the 15 quid plunge. So yeah, we'll definitely look into that one. But apart from that, everything else is grim. I mean, Netflix at the minute's poor. There seems to be a lot of overhyped shows on it, and there's nothing at the minute that's catching my eye or holding my interest, kind of thing. I find myself going back to The Office. It's fucking unreal. I mean, at this stage, we're racking up probably about easy double digits the times I've watched this show over, but it doesn't get old. It's a class wee dinner time TV show. You flick it on. What is it, 25 minutes an episode? It's quick. It's comedy. It's silly. You don't take it too serious, and you just sit back and you relax and switch off. So I'm going down the hole again of another rerun. This won't be the last one, I would say, and I think a lot of people out there are in the same boat. Particularly, Netflix are clever with it. They kind of drop it and then they bring it back, and it's hype again. Everyone's fucking buzzing about it. So, fair play to they know what they're doing in that aspect. Definitely picks up the interest when it shows its face again. You're scrolling through those list of shows, and you see Maggie Scott's face, and you're just like, yeah, it has to be the one. But yeah, apart from that, things are dry at the minute in terms of what to be at and what to do. I just don't know what else to be doing with myself. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. It must be hard out there for people, who are on their own and they don't really live with their other halves or family members. Like, it must be grim, like, what to be at. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, yes, I'm complaining about gaming being quite dry and there's not much newness out there. But imagine if you weren't a gamer or you weren't into games or watching TV shows. Like, what on earth would you be doing right now? Like, it's it's scary to imagine that. I couldn't imagine what I'd be at. But things going on. I'm hoping to get out this weekend for a bit of biking. Obviously having to stay local with the travel restrictions. So hopefully get out there and have a blast around the local. Get a bit of exercise, a wee bit of fresh air. It always makes a difference. I find after particularly those stressful weeks at work, I find myself craving that wee day out on the bike just to clear the head and relax. And anyone out there who is struggling, like, I know a lot of people are struggling mentally and are fed up with the current situation. But see if you just go and get a bit of fresh air about you, even a walk, take a walk around your local park, things like that. It's amazing what it can do to the mind. And definitely recommend that you do that, preferably more than once a week. Time permitted for me, the Saturday and Sundays, the time of the time to do it, where you've got that wee bit of spare time to go out and do a bit of activity. But yeah, if I definitely recommend you go out there and you clear your head. It just helps. Everyone has those weeks where you feel anxious, and certain things you've done is it's playing over in your head, and you're fucking worrying about things that you really shouldn't be worrying about, to be honest. As long as you've got your health and you're still kicking, as I say, you can't really complain in all aspects. So I want to try and we'll all be a bit more grateful for what we've got and keep being positive. It's alright for someone to sit here on their microphone saying, be positive out there, people. It's fucking not. It's not like that at all. Trust me. I mean, I've watched my fair share of motivational speakers, and they're all saying the same thing about being positive, and that's the way to be, and it is true. I mean, it would be good. It would be good. It'd be good to be able to just be in that mindset 24/7, but everyone struggles with it, ups and downs and things like that. So definitely recommend getting out there on the on the activity, particularly outside. I mean, yeah, you can if you have a treadmill at home and things like that, it's good for cardio and that kind of thing. But nothing beats the fresh air, outside. It just clears your mind, and it just helps you. It just settles you back in to normality. I think that's what the world needs quite a bit of right now. So definitely go out there, take 10 minutes of your day tomorrow or, whenever you can. Just relax, a couple of nice deep breaths when you're walking or running or biking or, whatever it may be. And your body will thank you for it, So apart from that, there's not an awful lot more going on. I thought I'd just start off this podcast. It's a weird one, sitting here in a room speaking into a microphone. It's fucking weird, it's hard to imagine when you see people like the likes of the GOAT Joe Rogan and fucking endless amount of podcasters and radio hosts. Like, how do they get so comfortable on a microphone like that where it's just fluent? I suppose that's practicing and just doing reps and repetition over and over again and improving. But like everything else in life, now to think about it, it's obvious, but it's intimidating to start off with. I don't know, many times I've thought about kicking this off and it's freaked the shit out of me, and I've just been like, fucking hell, I hate the sound of my voice. I know it's not the greatest accent. I've been blessed with the Northern Ireland accent, which I think's a bit strange. I think a lot of people find it a bit strange, particularly overseas, so you gotta work with what you've got, unfortunately, so I think the thing is just to practice and get out there and do some more speaking. So I thought I would just jump in with a quick one for you here, just a wee 10 minutes or so, just a wee chat, get the first one in the books. So I appreciate if you drop the like for me, and appreciate your time here. So thanks for listening. See you next time.